We just gonna say untitled.
Yeah. And we are live, 2.5 Guys Podcast. I'm your boy,
Untitled.
Midget. Oh, Untitled Podcast. I'm your boy, Midget.
The
Insert
boy.
your name, podcast.
Insert your name here. Podcast. It's your boy Doe Stacks in the building, y'all.
What's going on, man? Hey, man.
Memorial.
I found a golden goose out there in internet land.
Oh
And
man,
bless
did
my
you ever?
boy Doe. And now we can proceed
With the proceedings.
with the proceedings.
Hey, you know I don't try to put it on everything, but it's only for the phone.
Yeah. For now. But yeah, I found a blessing. Man, it's now I can upgrade my phone if I want to.
It was stuck.
I sent it to Big Red, so hope she got it. So I'm like, well, shoot. But yeah, man, we here another week, man, talking about these good old movies and shows, man.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody had a fantastic week, man. So, what you got going on?
Man, I'm on vacation.
Oh man, that's lovely.
I've been on vacation since Wednesday, dog. I don't go back till Wednesday.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Had a decent weekend.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Blessed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, listen.
Had me a little 1-2 the weekend. Oh, yeah, all right.
That joint I told you about, I cashed out on that. And man, been using that card like crazy.
So shit, that like 2 weeks?
That was shoot. Yeah. And already in the last 5 days, I'm back at 330. So
yeah, I'm coming in.
Just pumping and jumping. So
I'm coming in, bro. I'm coming in.
Pumping and jumping. So I said, all I did, I switched it over to the crypto card and I went, I swiped it.
Cause the crypto folks send your card, ain't it?
Yeah, I bought one. I think it's like $5. Like you get one from them for like $5. Shoot, it come in the mail, and when you get it, when it hit, you just send it over, and then put it on the card, and you use that mug. Yeah, people, because I notice people looking at my card like, man, what you doing with a crypto card? I'm like, hey, the first couple times I used it, dude looked at it, he was like, I ain't never seen this. I'm like, hey man, it's lovely.
Hey, don't worry, I'm coming, bro. Hey, and I'm doubling up to the daggone Grandioso 2 of them bitches.
Hey, listen, man.
How many can you do?
What you mean?
Like 2 years or what?
What you mean? We will talk about this after.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, but we here, man, back on this thing, man. Them Pacers look for real, man.
Man, look here, bro.
They're a great team.
You want to know who they remind me of? Just way more offensive.
Who?
That old Detroit Piston team. They're just an offensive version of them.
Yeah, and see, my son, he always been a Pascal Siakam fan, so it's just
real.
Man, it's weird. He like
Red.
when we was watching this playoffs last year, he just kept saying, "Is Siakam playing? Pascal Siakam playing?" And I'm like, "What?" Like, man, we Celtics fans over here. He's like, "Okay."
You think that?
I want to see Pascal Siakam. So when Siakam had 38, 39 the other night, I was like, let me tell this dude Siakam had 38. So yeah, man. So we here, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad Minnesota got a win. By default, I'm rooting for Minnesota because I was a big KG guy. So I started off as a Minnesota fan following KG. So so by
they
default,
got a fight on their hands, but I wouldn't be mad watching a Minnesota and Indian Pacers finals, but I know it's going to be OKC and Pacers because
I just don't. I like OKC, but then I don't like them.
I don't like them. I am not a fan of theirs. They style of play is.
They play great defense. They got great role players.
It's just goofy looking to me, man.
It's weird. Like I mean, Shea Alexander, he's tough, but I just don't like his game. I just don't like.
They're like a bunch of misfits, man. It's like weird looking. It's like a weird looking team. They got Steve Urkel running the point.
Oh, that's Indiana. I can't unsee it, boy. I can't unsee it.
Steve Urkel out there putting the business on their ass. So
Yeah, so yeah, man. But we here, man, talk about these movies and shows, man. So um we watched what you want to start? We'll start with the Belco experience.
Yeah, let's start with the Belco experience because apparently this one slipped through our radar.
Yeah. Belco experiment came out in 2017.
2016.
2016. So when it was recommended to us, I was like, "What's up, Big Red?" When it was recommended to us, I was like, "Yo, I seen this one." So I'm watching the movie. I'm like, "I watched this somewhere. I don't know when and where, but I watched it." And by the end, I remembered it. I'm like, "Okay, I do remember this movie." But interesting concept.
Very much so.
Great concept.
And quite possibly a realistic concept.
And possibly could be a real life thing because you never know what these people put. Because I remember one time they were saying people was trying to get chips put in their hands, the skin,
Yep.
With their funds attached. I'm like, if you watch movies like the movie with Justin Timberlake and
Time,
I think something about Time, where they were just running out of time on their arm and stuff like that. They just don't make these stories up out of nowhere. They heard it from somewhere. Somebody told them.
Like, listen, they say that if it's on the big screen, it's 5 to 10 years behind what's actually going on.
Yep.
So,
So they put in dolls and yep.
That part, that's true.
Yep. So that's what I'm saying. That's the experiment right there. So it's crazy, but it's a movie. Matter of fact, it had a lot of known actors in it that I never paid
that part. That part, it had old girl from Snowfall,
Bean from Snowfall. Had the president from the show with Scandal.
Yeah.
They had Merle Dixon in there from Walking Dead. He was up in there for a little
Merle.
bit. So they had a lot of actors that when I went back, I was like,
I wouldn't say A-list, but
they became known for
upper crust C's and B's.
This was the start, like a starting move for them because Gail Bean went on and she did Snowfall, which was a huge series. Scandal was huge, so you see them and you're like, oh, okay. So it definitely was. Premise of the movie, they worked for this company that first of all, to work for them, you had to get a chip put in, which is strange in itself. But one day the security guy comes in, he's like, yo. He's like, where's everybody at? He was like, those people went home because they didn't have a chip in it. He was like, so who's these security people walking? He's like, I don't know. It just told me like everybody, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So they came on loudspeaker. They're working. They're doing their thing, everyday thing, goofing off, doing what they do. So somebody
and they seem to get along pretty good. That like that's what was like crazy to me about it. Like,
so yeah, right.
No folks seem to have a good rapport with each other.
And so all of a sudden, somebody comes over intercom like, "Hey, I need 2 people dead in the next couple minutes."
30 minutes. They gave them 30 minutes.
If not, then it's gonna be repercussions. So they taking it as a joke. Some people looking around confused. Some people about to panic, and then it just goes snowballs from there. Like basically.
And spoiler alert, y'all. We will be explaining this whole entire movie, not explaining, but spoiler alert.
So, yeah, you can go back and watch it. I mean, it's pretty
because it's worth the watch. Like it was a when Angela suggested it, I was like,
he was on air.
Let's see what sis put us on.
Yeah,
Angela, she damn gave me one. She gave me one.
You throw one out there. So, but I remember watching it, but I couldn't remember what it was about. More as the movie started, I was like, okay, I did watch it.
Yeah.
So definitely good joint. So it's a snowball from there,
Yeah, you did very well with this one, sis.
Yeah, you did. So they started panicking. All of a sudden you start seeing the true nature of people, like anything, like Survivor, just like Walking Dead. When it comes down to
the carnal instincts kick in. Yep. And listen, y'all, like what Midgie ain't gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all. When they ain't had killed enough people that first time,
dude made a promise.
He said, all right,
And he went on the
shit about to go down. And when that 30 minutes went up, you thought it was people getting like you thought it was people getting shot.
Yeah.
Wasn't nobody getting shot.
Yeah. Them little
the chip was exploding in their motherfucking heads, and it was random.
Yep.
Whoever was controlling it was just randomly
picking for like whatever number I think it was doubling it. So if they say two, we're gonna knock out 4 right quick.
And you don't kill 2, then that means when we come back, it's gonna be 4 of y'all. Yes. When they came back, like what I like about this movie, sorry to cut you off, Midge, is that it kind of shows you human nature and how society acts when lives and resources are on the line. Because you see how they acted about those weapons?
Yeah.
And that's what caused the divide in the, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Like one dude was saying, we can make a change. We can change this. And the other dude was like, yeah, you still ain't changed nothing. At the end, he was like, you still ain't changed nothing. He's like, you didn't either. So no matter what the route y'all took, neither one of y'all could change that. And like you said, start off with 80 people there, and it just dwindled from there. So then he came back. He was like, I need 30 of y'all gone. And there was no playing around.
Hey, boy, when they didn't make that 30 cut.
So that means 60 was popping off?
Boy, it was heads popping. And nobody was safe. Your favorite character weren't safe.
Nah, because old girl I thought was going to hide out in the elevator, and as soon as she got down, it's over.
And bro, she did a good job the whole time up until that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She survived so long. And her mistake was she should stay in that little tunnel, but she got on the elevator with old boy. He's like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, no, because she would have got popped. Remember, dude came up right afterward and look where she was at, right after she got on the elevator.
Yeah, that's right.
He would have got popped.
Looked for a quick second, then left. Yeah. The only reason he looked because he saw the elevator door close and going up. So that's what that was. But
definitely for 60. Yes, sis.
Yep. So it definitely a good movie. A lot of characters that you kind of like in there. She ain't have no chip though. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
She didn't?
So she could have stayed in the elevator all day.
So all she had to do was sit her ass down where she was at when the movie started. Because
I missed that part.
Me too. Like I was cooking during the
guy. Did the guy have one in his head? The elevator with him?
Oh, I don't know.
Because they was dressed like corporate matching type stuff. So I didn't know if
I would have too. Like, listen, you remember when she was at the desk with Buddy? He asked her about getting the chip. Oh, yeah, that was her.
Okay.
But me, honestly, who had the best chance of survival if they'd have just been smart?
Who?
The black dude with the security key to the weapons.
Yeah.
I would have went high in the weapons box.
Absolutely.
Anybody come close to the weapons box, I'm lighting you up.
And then he want to stay at the desk like somebody coming in, like they dropped the shades down, they locked y'all in, and I would have went. And you got to realize when savages realize you got the key and they come ask you first time, and you say no, they're coming back.
Man, look at Annis, man. Yeah. So and you just told him no. They ain't good at taking no.
And they the original savages. So
come on, man, shit. I already knew you was gonna die.
Now, let me use the bathroom right quick, and let me think about it in the bathroom. And I went right down there. I would have locked the door, and I would open that case. And I'd have pulled me out a couple.
And locked it back down, and anything come through that door.
Yep.
Male, female, or whatever you choose to be. By the time I'm done, you're going to be gone.
Now, I would have hid the key only where I knew it was. So even if y'all did get to me.
Exactly. Even if you did. Buddy had the best chance of survival. But he
ain't used his privilege right.
At all.
But it definitely was a good movie. And like you said, you see at the end, which they probably could have made a 2 by now, but I think
thought they had it looked like they had plans to, because they could have put all the survivors of different experiments
right
together.
Yeah, so yeah, it definitely was a good movie, man. Definitely good concept.
To be last.
Definitely a good concept. Just
It was kind of hard figuring out who was the main protagonist at first.
I knew because he just got that smug look on his face. Even when he was on Scandal, he just got this smug
because he started questioning stuff right away.
Right, because he wanted to do things the wrong way from the beginning.
Gotcha.
Like, let's go and handle this.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had like a little bunch of minions behind him.
And then, like, once I saw who old buddy was, I already know he was gonna be the bad guy.
Right.
Because just hate to say it, he's typecast and he always play the same.
Right.
Like, regardless to what he's in, he's that similar character.
Right. So it definitely was an interesting movie.
Hey, y'all, let's get some likes, some shares, man. Comments, likes, shares, share this to who you know. They may want to join in on this conversation. And remember to follow us on all social media platforms, please.
Definitely was. I definitely like the ending because, you know, it could have been more. I definitely like how he took it in his own hands. I'm going to take out these people who's trying to take me out.
Yeah.
Real smart, feeling like he was falling over, but he was planting them in him.
Yeah. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed the ending because although they did just get away with it, I thought it was just going to be a cakewalk get away with it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I thought he was going to answer questions, get up out of there, but, you know, he had other plans.
So, shit, what you give it, Mitch?
I give it a solid B. I give it a solid B.
I give it a B minus.
I give it a solid B.
I give it a B minus because it puts me along the lines of all those like escape room movies, those one building, one.
What's a movie called The Devil or something like that? Like where
it was in the elevator?
Yeah, it was in the elevator.
Yeah.
Me in the mind of that.
Like those movies are their own little subgenre.
Yeah, you did a good job, man.
You did. Hey, good job, sis. Good job.
It's on Tubi. For those who like a good free watch, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we're gonna be hitting these free watches.
Yeah,
shit.
But now, shoot, I got Doe right, so we can expand. We can expound on a whole lot of things. So
Mitch.
Yep.
Speaking of, it's NBA playoff time. We ain't gonna get into the playoffs this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
You presented me with a doc.
Yep.
Guards.
Yep.
That pretty much entails the full walkthrough of Javaris Crittenton and Gilbert Arenas' kerfluffle over guns.
Yeah. Untold is I want to say it's a Netflix series.
Yeah.
I mean, we started watching them. They got a whole lot of Untolds on there. And it just follows along a lot of sports and different things like that. Sports stories that we never knew. I think the only one I didn't enjoy was the Steve McNair one, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm going to just say this. I still love Gil.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I lost a lot of.
He played too much, man.
He just and me and you both got homeboys from Hemingway that we know that just play too much.
He don't take stuff.
Hey, Big Red, I'm later than you because I'm really only on episode 5 of season 1 of
I'm trying to tell Doe for the longest to watch Your Honor. But he don't like Bryan Cranston. We already been through this. But it is a phenomenal series.
I see what it is with me.
What?
I have to have somebody to watch what I'm watching with me.
Okay.
So I need a woman. When I got company.
What you ain't picking up?
Huh?
Pick up what you ain't picking up.
Yeah. I need that interaction because I'll get distracted easily. Like I'll get distracted easily. Phone ring.
While you was on vacation, this was the time.
I mean, I was busy all weekend. You feel me?
I got you.
I was busy all weekend.
I got you. But yeah, it's definitely a good series, man.
But
2 seasons.
When it came time to watch something, I could watch it.
Yeah, it is. But it's definitely a good series. But we'll talk about that another time. We're gonna try to stay on topic because
I mean, didn't y'all put it in your top 10?
Your Honor?
Yeah, y'all
I don't put it in the top.
Rose put that.
I spoke highly of it, but
I spoke
very highly on it. Like to 2-season series, it's
So
definitely
so it's only 2 seasons.
it's only 2 seasons.
And okay, the question I asked before I go further.
Mhm.
Do they give you good closure at the finale? You know me. You know me. If I'm gonna dedicate my time to,
They give you decent closure, but they leave room that maybe it would have been a season 3. I was hoping it was gonna be a season 3.
it got canceled.
I don't know. Because it would start off on Showtime. It's on Showtime.
Like, yo, Mitch, I've been having the hardest time even gearing back up to watch.
The Last of Us?
Huh?
The Last of Us?
Yeah.
You do? When you take 2 years off,
It's too long of a break. Like, and
HBO got to stop this because now I
so
forgot what happened on season 1.
so that part. So now I got to take all this time to go back and watch season 1 just to catch up on where we at, or at least speed watch through it, right?
Right.
Then I got to take the fact that this season ain't done yet, or is it?
I don't know. Listen, when it came out a couple weeks ago, the first episode, but I just
also I meant to bring this up last episode because the news was out before then. I'm highly pissed that we ain't getting nothing Game of Thrones, nothing this year.
Like no in between, no nothing.
They pushed that back to next year. So we're gonna get 2 next year. We're gonna get season 3, and we're gonna get the Sir Duncan Knight shit.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Like now I gotta go watch 2 seasons over.
They in part 2 of the game on Last of Us.
And see, I played the game, so and they bringing out a 3rd one, matter of fact. So
I saw that. I saw that. The popularity of the TV show speedball that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna check it out eventually, but I ain't, I'm one of them dudes that I'm now to the point where I need to binge watch or certain shows I need to watch Sunday by a week by week basis.
And I still have yet to start Kanan.
I haven't started either. I'm waiting till that finish, but you know how we use the whole Power series. We usually
got to because that nutty ass 2-week break.
Yeah,
will fuck you up if you wait.
I usually wait till they go in, then I usually just run through because I already, people ruin it already, saying who didn't make it, who did.
I've deleted all of them, Midgie. I have deleted or snoozed every single Power fanatic on my whole timeline. Like y'all be like, yo, Doe don't be liking or commenting my shit. Probably because y'all be snoozed.
Yeah. So I just, I try to stay away from much as possible. But
I snooze my mama if necessary, Midgie.
But having
let my mama put up a spoiler. I'm snoozing her.
Having a TV show and movie podcast page, sometimes in the algorithm, it kind of rolls through and show what people say. And I'm like, it'd be strangers I don't know. Like,
yeah, because of certain groups you in, and
so
like I damn snoozed all the Power groups that I was in.
Facebook's so random now. They just throw random people that you don't even know on your page.
Yo, we ain't even got to get in the Facebook algorithm right now because
it's random. And then you can go in and change whether you want to see just your friend, and it still don't work. Like,
it don't get no better. It don't get no better, bro.
I just told you I just want to see my friends, and y'all still bringing up these people I don't know.
I raised all my shit to high quality stuff that I'm seeing. Boy, I see the most bullshit now, man.
Man, I'm still seeing balloon pops everywhere. I'm like, man, please, I hate the balloon pop.
They're trying to keep up with TikTok. Oh, and yeah, we need to do TikTok on these laptops because the TikTok studio.
Okay.
We'll talk on that.
I don't like that on here, but we'll get to that. But yeah, man, it's just so yeah. But back to what we were saying, we got on derailed by talking about these shows we ain't started. But Shooting Guards, another untold documentary focusing on, if you guys remember, back in the early 2000s, Gilbert Arenas got suspended for the rest of the season. Javaris Cream got suspended for the rest of the season because they brought guns to the locker room. And it started over a card game. It goes into deep detail. And like Gilbert said, he's like, he said he wasn't going to do the doc before Javaris got out. He said, because first of all, I don't need the money. He was like, so when he talked to him,
he cut him in on the money.
He gave him all of it. He said, no, he told Javaris, like, whatever he wants, give it to him. So if y'all give him 80 and me 20, I'm cool with it.
Deservedly though, because you're the reason. Now you're not the reason he got locked up in the path that he took afterwards, but what spurned what went on.
It started.
And also, you want to know why I feel like they gave Gilbert Arenas so much time? Was of how he was getting the guns.
No, and then that too, and then his personality, how he came into the league.
Yeah,
you told them at the rookie seminars what you want to be.
My chucks.
I want to be a
pimp.
A pimp. And then they ask you, excuse me. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I want to be an international pimp." So you came in the league as a jokester butthole, so they're not gonna cut you no slack. You know, and you say you read all the rules, but you gotta know them people don't play by all the rules. It just don't happen that way.
Nah.
So he Gilbert Arenas, he got drafted by Golden State. Just a quick rundown. Got traded to Golden State and got
traded to Washington.
He got straight to Washington, got this great contract. And he was the man in DC.
Nah, he got a decent contract first. He got the great contract later because and the only reason he got that contract because him and the owner was so cool. Because the organization did not want to pay him.
The organization wasn't winning, basically.
Because
LeBron was in the league.
And the agreement was Michael Jordan had fucked up. Excuse me, y'all. You know, I got to get into the sports. I got to give y'all the backdrop on.
No, go ahead. Yeah, that's
the reason why Gilbert Arenas got such a good contract is because when he came in, this was the post Michael Jordan era, and Michael Jordan had fucked shit up so bad. Right. So the owner made an agreement with him. He said, "Look, if you get me from under this Michael Jordan situation to help me turn this team around, contract time, I'll give you whatever you want. Blank check."
Yeah. And
Gilbert does that, but he gets injured the year before his big payout, and the owner, a couple weeks before selling the team and retiring,
he made sure Gilbert got that.
He paid Gilbert. Gilbert say he wanted what he gave 88.
Yeah, at the time, you know, 100 mil, 110 was the
110 was max. Like you was KG Shaq if you was getting hundreds.
Yeah, you was getting hundreds. So getting 88 is like, dang, boy.
Yeah, and shit, man, they paid that man.
And so on the Javaris Crittenton side, he comes out of college, he gets drafted by the Lakers. He's a Laker fan, and it wasn't working out because it wasn't.
He goes over there. No, don't brush over the gang.
Oh yeah, he goes over there and
he go over there and he start hanging with the Crips. So by the time he get to Washington, he really with the shits.
He started hanging with the Crips, and the crazy part is, you was hearing these stories before he got to the Wizards.
Yeah,
to be honest with you, because I was hearing these stories like he was. I'm like, why? You know, why would you go over there and start wanting to hang with gangbang? But he ended up meeting somebody who was cool. He didn't know nobody in LA. He was fresh out the country, came over there, and that situation happened. So he started hanging with the dudes, and they kind of put him down pretty much. And you know, you gotta realize with gang culture, it's about
you win, boy.
Getting the funds, finding that golden goose and milking it. Take Tekashi 6ix9ine, for example. He ain't been no gangster. He was the money.
He was Blicky.
Soulja Boy, Chris Brown. These boys ain't no gangsters.
No, Chris Brown with that shit.
Oh, he went out there for that.
Chris Brown with that shit.
For that.
He went looking.
But you gotta think some of these dudes who end up being that way after they become rappers and singers, it's like, dude, they use you because you the accent.
You know they say former high school athletes that were stars and real good at sports turn out to be some of the best gangbangers and drug dealers.
I believe
because they understand structure and organization and
discipline,
being strong, disciplined and strong-willed, and having teamwork and how a team should work.
Yeah,
you know, like so. We can look at some of our, you know what I mean?
Listen, some of the best was athletes now coming out.
Point guards.
Yeah. So hey, we ain't gonna drop no days down. We say
goddamn point guard him way high, boy.
Yeah, he get to the Lakers, he started getting so he wasn't playing, so then he got depressed. So then he figured out, well, if I ain't playing, I'm enjoy this nightlife.
Yeah.
Get to the nightlife, meet the wrong people, join the Crips. It didn't work out. They traded him to Washington. So this was a fresh start for him. Gilbert was Gilbert's guy. They was actually cool for a little bit.
Yeah, they was actually really good friends. But see, this is another reason why I don't gamble, Midge.
I was just about to say that though. I was just about to say it. That's another reason why I don't gamble.
I am not a gambler, yo.
I'm not. I might I have a set amount. Like if I go somewhere.
Y'all, everybody who know me and know me from these podcasts know I love Vegas and Atlantic City. Mm-hmm. I still ain't taking but $500 to gamble.
Yeah, it's a max. Like if I lose this, ain't no going back to 18.
Hey, and listen, Midge, I'm so scary of a gambler that first time I went to Atlantic City, I had 500 to gamble with. The people I went was like, nah, here's 300 to gamble with. I hit for 1,200 and I hit for 300. Guess what I did?
Cash out.
Sat down.
Nah, I ain't. Listen, I ain't going.
And I had 3 more days there.
I ain't gonna milk it.
No.
Yeah.
I'm up. I'm gonna go shopping, buy me some sneakers because y'all got colorways that they ain't got down there. Mm-hmm. And I'm going home on the win. Right. Vegas, first time I hit for 800. Guess what? Go back home for the win. Second time Vegas.
I take that win.
Hey, second time for Vegas. I'm feeling myself. Ooh. You know, when you get there, the goddamn air is crisp. It's hot.
It's hot. It's humid.
I'm talking. It's hot. Hey, I'm out there dressed just like this white t-shirt. Hit for 1,700 after being there for 6 hours. Nigga, I was in the room the rest of the time.
I don't blame him. Because first of all, food over there is much more expensive, by the way.
But the food is good though.
It's good.
Because I go to Fogo de Chao. That is the best restaurant I've ever been to, and
and you know that's where Keith Lee first got his viral video. His first viral video was in Vegas where he helped the guy who had the food truck.
Yeah, bro, shit. So and that shit like $1.50 a plate. Boy, they don't even tell you how much it costs. You just better have some cash, nigga.
You just better have a card or some cash and be ready to get escorted out of there.
but the food is amazing. So like that gambling stuff, because where we're from, we've seen gambling turn friends to bitter enemies.
Yeah, and so they get the team is kind of turning around. They had some playoff success. LeBron's there, so nobody really ain't gone. LeBron had to eat like Mike had to eat. You ain't coming out.
LeBron era.
Yeah, so you ain't coming out. Mike ruined a bunch of people's careers who ain't never got a ring. LeBron ruined a bunch of people's careers who ain't never got a ring. So that's LeBron era. And you know, they have a pretty solid team, but they're also younger at the time. So JaVale McGee young, Anthony Blanchard is young. I think Nick Young is young. So all them dudes like 3 years and less in, other than Gilbert.
And everybody you naming right now is an old knucklehead. So imagine how they was when they was younger.
And all of them out the league. That's the crazy part.
Mm-hmm.
So they come in, they on the plane. I think Earl Borkins, who's like shorter player, who was just a solid guard.
Mm-hmm.
One of the smallest guards in the league at the time, and probably in history. But they're on there, they're gambling, they're playing, and something about somebody's money. So Javor's telling somebody, go ahead and pay that man while you got it. And dude's like, I'm gonna pay him when we get off this bus. Because you know, if he ain't got no money right now, and I'm gonna make him suffer until we stop playing, then I'm gonna give him his money. I ain't gonna help him get back in the game. Like, no. And so Gil turned around and was like, yo, man, why are you worrying about what somebody else doing? So
when you owe me money.
Right. So then they got starting to clash, like all the arguing. Like now ego's involved.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Gil was like, well, I'll shoot you or something like that. So Gil said, I'll bring the guns for you. So they finally escalate and de-escalate the situation. Everybody thinking it's over. They get off the plane, everybody go home.
And mind you, Gil got hundreds of guns.
And Gil is a gun collector.
Because every time he go to Arizona, it's so easy to get guns.
He sneaks back on the plane.
He just sneak them back on the plane. So he got hundreds of guns.
And then I think he says he bought all the guns from ex-girlfriend daddy or a neighbor or something like that. So he already had a stash, but then he's fallen in love with him. So he got gold guns, automatic weapons. He got everything. revolvers. He got it all.
Mm-mm-mm.
So everybody thinking it's over. They getting ready for practice.
By the way, we're speaking about shooting guards on Netflix.
Untold Netflix.
Untold Netflix.
Yes. And so Gilbert's leaving out the house, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta grab some guns." So then, right then, Gil, you further escalating it after 24 to 48 hours. You could have let that go. But
Like, buddy, like Javard Crittenden say, he just brought his shit just in case.
Yeah. You know, if you never brought your guns, he probably would put his in his locker and they would have went home and that would have been cool. Went through crates and everything. So they get there. Gil get there super early because he's an early bird. He trained hard. I will say that Gil is a hard worker.
Yeah.
So he get there. He put the guns on his seat and he's like, "Oh, he won't know what they're for. Let me write a note." So
let me write a note.
Gil further escalating the situation. So Gil goes out and they said when Javars got there, everybody came like. Everybody started coming locker room. Like
they had some chatty bitches on that team, yo.
Absolutely.
Like, listen, like as far as that whole team,
yeah. They was
young. Because mind y'all, throughout this documentary, they have the other teammates, some of the other teammates commenting in
all
on
the younger ones, because you don't see Karan Butler on there.
No.
Brendan Hayward.
None of the big money guys.
You don't see Larry Hughes. You don't see none of the
you see the ones that need to make a little change.
Right. So Javars get there and he see him on his seat. So people are telling Gil like, yo, Javars is so he'll come in, he come in.
And mind you, the reputation around Gil at the time is the whole team think he crazy because of his antics.
Yeah.
So they don't know if he's serious or joking.
Yeah.
Because he's a character.
Yeah, he's very antagonizing.
That's why they call him No Chill Gil, because he don't know when to chill.
He's just very childish at the time.
Still is.
And so he comes in and he's like, yeah, so pick one, and so dude looks like, I don't need your guns, I got mine. So he throws Gil guns across the room. Everybody just like, whoa, like in a panic. So
they said the gun spin in slow motion.
Yeah, I imagine, because they don't know if it's loaded or not. They don't know what's going on. So they end up getting out of the situation, de-escalating it again. Everybody going about their business, and that's it. But once again, like you said, some chatty dudes in the locker room.
Yeah.
Somehow, Peter Vesey, was it? Somebody told Peter Vesey what happened.
Peter Vesey.
Why would you tell us a media person?
The guy, and then at the time, y'all, Peter Vesey is known for breaking
big stories.
Breaking big stories in the NBA. Like, if there's something that shouldn't be known in the NBA, he's the guy that finds it out, and that's his bread and butter.
Then he break the Sprewell choke.
Yeah.
Okay. He's very good. So when he said his word is bond, it's pretty much true. So he gets the word and he's like, I don't know if I'm gonna run this. He's like, all right, you do more investigation. So he ended up talking to somebody who was
He waits like it was like a day or so.
He even called the Wizards owner, like, I'm just letting you know I'm gonna run with this. Just want to give you the courtesy if y'all want to or not before I do, but I'm gonna run with this. Ends up talking about it. I think a week go by. Cops are called. They come into the locker room. They're interrogating people. Everybody's saying they don't know much, but somebody has told the story.
One person.
So he gets to the league office, and Gil said he read up on it. Like, having a gun is 3 games. I think he said discharging the firearm or like 7. He's like, so most I can get is 7. So the NBA talked to the Wizards. They go back and forth, and they call Gil in, and they was like, hey, how would you getting these guns? And they end up telling him like, hey, I'm doing this. I'm bringing them in. And that's when the NBA is like, well, hold on. You
doing what, nigga?
You doing what on the team plane? So then it was like, okay,
you mean as in the plane that we pay for?
The plane that we pay for that's under the NBA's restriction. Like, oh, we got something for you. We got something for you. So end up giving Gil the rest of the year, and Javars Crittenden the rest of the year. Gil had a name, so I think he ended up getting hurt again. But his career
Yeah.
was never the same. He ended up going to Orlando.
But he still had 88 mil guaranteed.
He ended up going to Memphis, going to Orlando. And he said once that happened, his love for the game kind of fell because he was always held to that dude who had the gun. Dude who had the gun.
I mean, but he brought that on himself. What up, Jazz? Let's get a like and share.
You know, I think the karma came in. So Javaris went the total opposite way. He couldn't get back in the league. He goes overseas. And he's
going gang now.
And he going to the hood. So he's going to the hood and he's keep getting robbed. You know, everybody know him. He got the jewelry on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't do that. Appreciate it, Jazz. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate
you. So he's still flashy. He still got a little bit of fun because he got overseas money. Still got a little bit of NBA money. You can't do that in an area where people are still starving. Not where people are still starving. So with the
where was he from originally?
I want to say Mississippi. I could be wrong. I want
to say like it's something somewhere where ain't nothing going on at.
It's real. If it's not the country, it's like a country area of where he's from. But he is it DC? Oh, Atlanta. He's from Atlanta. That's right. So yeah, he from the South. He from the hood.
I'm talking about the scuttlebutt of Atlanta too. He ain't from pretty Atlanta.
Yeah, he from the hood.
He from the hood.
He like Ant Edwards. He like all them boys from the bottom. So you
6'5" hooper, bro.
Right.
Life fucked up because he ended up on the wrong goddamn team with the wrong damn clown.
Right. So he ends up going back, getting robbed. So this time, dude robs him. He gets this idea, we got to get this back. So he know the dude who robbed him. Calling dude saying, hey, I need my stuff back. Dude's like, I ain't give you nothing back. So they ride around looking for dude, and he just was in something. And he had I think he had like a white truck, white Escalade, white
Tahoe.
White Tahoe. So it's very known, right? He just rented one or something like that, something of that nature. So he's known and people know him riding around this truck. And even when the person who was interviewed, the witness, they said, yeah, this Javaris Crittenden. Like I seen him. I know him.
Yeah, like this nigga, like Atlanta's small.
Like, yo, he's an NBA player. Like, how would I not know who he is? So he ends up going to get his change back. End up seeing the dude. They turn around and they pull up and they let loose. Well, he let loose. I don't know if the cousin did or not. And in the midst of it, he ends up taking the life of a young lady who was standing with the dude.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, all he saw was 2 people drop or something like that and took off. And, word got out, it was him. And he ended up taking the life of the young lady who had nothing to do with any of the situation, just happened to be at the wrong place.
And mind you, they had her family speaking on the documentary.
Her family was on there and they talking like she had kids.
2 kids.
2 kids. They took them away for her kids. She was like, just a young lady from the hood that
wrong place, wrong time type shit.
Wrong time. And I think he ended up doing 18 years, which he was supposed to do more than that, but he ended up getting out. And that's how this happened.
He called it a favor. Who did the favor come from?
Wasn't a family member,
somebody in his family was high level government, like something politician,
a judge or something like
something like it was definitely a favor called in for him to get out, and he ended up getting out.
Yeah, so he's out, and I think he's actually in LA now.
Yeah, he's an advocate now.
Yeah, so he seems like a changed dude. But you never know. I know.
Shit. They said Big U, but let me be quiet.
Man, we know how that people don't change like that.
Let me shut the fuck up.
That dude ain't never gonna change. But yeah, he ended up changing his life. Well, saying he changed his life, and now he speak to kids and talk about the mistakes he made. And that's how
Gil let him get the bag though.
But Gil said they approached him a long time before that, but he was like he didn't want to do it
without him.
First talk, he said, because even in prison, he still was talking to Javaris. He said every cell phone he had in prison, he bought.
Yeah.
He's been on Gil Arena podcast via Zoom or whatever. So they kept in touch. They still talked about it. He said he talked to Javoris.
And he actually forgives
Yeah.
Gil, man.
I mean, because to be
Why the
honest,
fuck can I not remember his name right now?
I don't know. But to be honest with you, he still had
Gilbert Arenas. Like, what the fuck is going on? Gilbert Arenas, nigga.
He still had a solid career overseas, and he still made money. It's just like,
wrong path. Like sometimes the wrong neighborhood can get you fucked up.
And that's what it was. You should took that money, did something else. But so I can't blame him, Gil, for you making that mistake.
I mean, you can blame Gil for spurring on the situation.
Because you was gonna, even if you made NBA money, you still gonna wear that jewelry, you still was gonna go to the hood,
right?
You still was gonna get robbed. Right. So I don't know. You still gonna try to get back, even if you just been an NBA player, current NBA player that got in trouble. So you never know. But
it's I real tell you what, it always got to be a sacrificial lamb. And you ain't hear not but one dumbass NBA player since then get caught up with any guns.
Yeah, I mean,
but like
technically he shouldn't have.
And then technically
he shouldn't be suspended for games for seasons.
For nothing. He shouldn't have, because what he did was legal. And
his guns are
I
legal.
can't remember the white center from the Clippers, but
Zubac.
No. This was prior to, like, he did a photo shoot with his gun collection, and it's crazy. But nothing ever came of it.
That's what Gil like.
But when you hop around with dreads, and ran down on people in the mall about your mama and some sneakers,
Foot Locker,
and Foot Locker, like here's where accountability comes in at.
Yeah.
Your image is everything. How you carry yourself is everything. And you carry yourself one way, so when something happens, they're not going to reset how they see you. And you presented yourself in a certain way, so when certain actions came about, you were judged as such.
And to be honest with you, even though dudes might be better in the league or have better careers, you still the most popular dude in the league, or was the most popular person.
Your sneakers sold, like, until this year, until Anthony Edwards snatched that shit from you, your sneakers sold faster than Jordan's did when you dropped, and you weren't even playing.
Yeah, kids out here doing the gritty celebrations, crazy.
Come on.
So, you still the most popular player in the league right now. Well, was at the time. So,
hey, man, I want to see him somewhere else, man.
He gonna have to get up out of Memphis.
He got to get out of Memphis. And they talk about Chicago trying to get him. Chicago's the last place that nigga need to be.
No.
Anything LA related is the last thing that nigga need to be somewhere like San Antonio.
Yeah.
Dallas.
He needs somewhere where it's bright lights. Cause see, everywhere there's bright lights, there's a point guard. Atlanta got Trae Young. New York got.
He don't need to be in Atlanta.
But he need to be somewhere where not as, because you got Memphis is very violent. It ain't violent.
That nigga to Charlotte.
Nah, Charlotte as an organization just like the way LaMelo play.
Too close to home.
Exactly. The way LaMelo play, they're not gonna win because he don't.
Nah. I mean, but I was just throwing teams out there. I didn't mean to get a sidetrack, but
basketball with the Hornets, and it's just not fun to watch. But he need to go somewhere where there's a disciplined coach, organization.
Boston.
No, he need to go like a.
Yeah, I think it shook his head fast.
No.
He didn't even let that settle in.
Nah, he need to go to like a Denver when Westbrook retired, something like that.
Denver, Indiana.
No, because
they something Midwest. I mean, but damn, all these teams got point guards.
That's what I'm saying, though. It's a point guard league right now.
San
Antonio got Castle and
Fox.
So
he need to go to Sacramento.
That might be too close. It might be too close to comfortable. The
You
Bay
fuck
right
with that gang?
there. The Bay right there. Nah, LA and the Bay. Nah. Houston. Houston.
Houston. Whole young squad. Well, they do got a good coach.
See, Udoka, that's what I'm saying. Udoka,
He's not going to be able to take that coaching.
I mean, see, that's why I said the difference in Missoula and Udoka. Udoka wouldn't let them shoot themselves out of games like that.
No.
He would just continue to let them shoot. We ain't gonna get on basketball, but it's an overall good doc. Great
What you
doc.
give it?
I get A minus. I get A minus. And the reason I give it A minus, and I know why I give it A minus, because Gil kind of fell back and let them handle the reins of Javor, because he wanted Javor to get everything he wanted. So they didn't go into Gil's struggles
They
as
didn't. Yeah, they didn't
his
like
mental
over.
health issues, his struggles, how he struggled once he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
To Memphis, he went to Orlando, wasn't playing, and he was just watching how he fell out of love with basketball after that. Because Gil fell off the map for him, and then he went overseas, and then he got on YouTube, he started doing YouTube and going live, and that's when the whole No Chill Gil started spurring from. But he really, and he talked about on the show, like his depression, like being injured, not being the same player he was.
Shout out his son. I'm glad his son is in good health.
Absolutely. He said he went back to training maybe a week or two ago, so he back good. So monitoring him, making sure he's still good. So
I'm gonna go A. I'm gonna go A.
Okay.
I feel like it was a very well put together documentary. I like how they included not only the origins of each player and their personalities, but they had so many different perspectives on what was going on from Javaris Crittenton to Gilbert Arenas, but also Javaris's family, teammates, and then you had like it was a real good plethora, and then you had some other players sprinkled in there who just had something to say about it. You know what I mean? Like it was like you could tell they did a lot of extensive interviews with people that were involved in those times, and I respect documentaries like that pay attention to detail. So that's what took it from because I earlier today I was thinking B plus, but the more I think about how well it was put together and they did all this in a short period of time, I got to give it a solid A.
Yeah, it definitely was a solid documentary. They got one on Brett Favre. I think you should watch. I didn't like.
I already don't like Brett.
I didn't know. Listen, you're not the only one. There's a lot of people.
I am not a Brett Favre fan, man.
Other than Green Bay, there's a lot of people that don't like Brett Favre, and they're saying you got to see because he's been that way for a while. The young lady that he was sending meat pics to and stuff like that.
Yeah,
she went from being a girl in the stands to being, a playboy and all that. But she really was a sports fan. So she got into the media side of it. Like she was doing interviews, stuff like that. And when it came, she was working with the Jets. And when it came down to it, they believe Brett Favre over her. And she ain't never had a media career after that. And they got Jamel Hill on there. They got a couple people talking about how, her opportunities to be a media personality. Because she really liked football.
I mean, but she gambled on the wrong meat, bro.
But I'm saying she's like, in the crazy part, she said people blame her, mad at her. She's like, she's never met Brett Favre. She's like, that's the crazy part.
And that's so fucked up.
She's like, I've never met this man.
Like, yo, if you think listen.
She was like, he got her
number. Favre got away with all that. What you think old buddy getting away with?
Absolutely. She said he got her number from the front office, though. And just started texting her
what front office?
The front
Jets?
office. She was working for the Jets. Yeah, she was like the woman on the field, pregame stuff, doing interviews. She had like a little show on like NFL Network where she was just going around, in the crowds and meeting fans and stuff like that, where we talking about sports.
So Brett Favre just run around out here ruining people's careers and lives.
Yeah.
Stealing goddamn welfare money, all type of shit.
She said she's never met. She's like, he got her number. She was sending him text. She was like, yo, who? And she was like, when she found out who it was, she's like, aren't you married? And she said she denied him, said she wanted him to call over. He's like, I can come over, I can send a car. She's like, nah, I'm good. And she was like, she would get random texts, but she would ignore it. And she said one day out of the blue, she sent him a picture of him holding his hand. She like, all right, man, that's enough, man. But she said she's never met this man a day, like he's never shook his hand, none of that. She's like, but people willing to throw her career away.
Look at because football's big business.
Yep.
Listen, people forget that the NFL took Sundays from the church.
Absolutely.
Like,
absolutely. So
the NFL took Sundays from the church.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely, though.
What we talking about here, man?
But you know what, man? The doc will make you mad. It won't make you mad, but it'll show you how privilege is privilege.
Hey, Midge, I got one for you before we get out of here.
What that?
Do you feel like, and I'm keeping it strictly basketball, I don't want to,
mm-hmm.
all the outside BS.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like this Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark thing should even be considered a rivalry?
No.
Thank you.
Because I watched the games. Mm-hmm. I watched Caitlin is a great passer. We know she can shoot, but she is one of those people. She's like,
she sees plays ahead.
Kid, she throws it to where her players are running to. And see, the last year, she had a couple players that couldn't catch and finish
because they didn't learn,
because they were bad.
Yeah.
A couple players that came in, and so now they are catching and finishing. They know where they need to be. They built that chemistry. It's just like when the WNBA, when the USA team, Caitlin Clark and her team was still practicing during the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
So then you see when they came back after the Olympics, they were a much better team.
Exactly. And
the thing with Angel Reese, man, like I just don't think she don't take basketball too serious.
Basketball isn't her number one priority, brother, and it shows on the court. Yes, she does work out.
No, you can't though. There's no way you work out and you.
Well, they show clips of her working out, but it's not translating to the court.
They show her working out with Lisa Leslie on layups. I can still do layups though.
Midgie.
I can still do layups.
But Midgie,
you ain't seen no
Midgie. I hate to sound like Allen Iverson, but we in the WNBA right now. We talk about layups.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not offensive skill.
Like you don't see a dribble cross step, and you won't see her drills like that. Like I just watched a workout with was it Ryan Howard from the Stars, from the Atlanta Dream? But she was out there in and out. Oh no, from Rakaya Jackson from
Rakaya.
Yeah. Okay. She was in and out pull up, coming off. I'm like, yo, this girl is hooping, but you don't see those clips from Angel Reese working out. So I just think she need to do more like offense. She need to
do more basketball.
Get a 15-footer.
Listen, Midgie. You know, it's two podcasts I watch every day, and both of them say two different variations, and both of them say two different variations of the same thing. But what it boils down to, they say like, okay, you got to keep the main thing the main thing.
Mm-hmm.
I understand it's easy to get distracted with this opportunity and this opportunity and this opportunity.
And this commercial, that.
But at the end of the day, what provided those opportunities was this main thing, and that's basketball, right? At her skill level, not her talent level, because she has a motor like nobody else. She got a motor.
Yeah, but a lot of her offensive rebounds are hers.
That's what I'm saying.
But
she has such a support system that us as sports fans, if we say anything about her, oh, you hate black women. No, I just said she needs.
I think she can be a great defender.
All I said was that she didn't work on her craft all summer.
She has a great motor. She's a great rebounder. I just think she need to add to it.
Good size.
Because there's no way her being about 6'3", 6'4", Cardoso being 6'7", there's no way the Sky should be that terrible.
Bro, she's just so uncoordinated, man. She run like a baby deer. like she's the female Rudy Gobert.
No, I say
without the blocks.
She might be Ben Simmons. She might be the female Ben Simmons without the ball handling skills.
She can pass though.
Yeah, without the ball handling skills, she might.
I mean, but Ben Simmons ain't. But Ben Simmons was a point guard, so we can't like that. Like that's a crazy comparison. But still, yeah, man, it's just like I don't like the conversation around it because.
But the only reason I don't like it because Caitlin Clark, even though she's a humble soul, she plays the game the right way. She has brought the races to the WNBA.
She ain't asked for none of that though, man.
Right. That's what I'm saying. She didn't ask for that. So that's the only bad thing.
What you think coming with Cooper Flagg? Same thing. Andrew was a point guard until she got to college, developed. I can't tell, bro. She got the worst hands I've seen.
Yeah, she
and like, yo, I went back and watched her high school stuff. She was getting busy, but it's easy to get busy when somebody 5'3". Yeah. It's easy to get busy when somebody's just on the team because they're on the team.
Now they gonna make Cooper Flagg that dude now, just cause NBA need that.
And they sending them to Dallas.
That's a reward for trading Luka to LA. First of all, you gotta make LA great for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
New York already showing they're gonna be pretty good for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Boston is Boston. So your major organizations
are. You want to know why? Because the past 7 years has been 7 different championships, and most of them have been from small market teams.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing this. So outside of them letting teams develop a super team again, now at least we're gonna make sure the big market's got a big market player. Because Giannis going to Miami.
He need to. I think
Giannis going to Miami. They're gonna give up Bam, sorry ass.
Yeah.
They're gonna give up Tyler Hero.
No, they ain't giving no Hero.
They're gonna give up Bam, sorry ass.
It'll be Bam and some picks because they're gonna try to keep Hero.
They gotta make it. They ain't got the picks, Mitch. Miami ain't got the picks. They got to give up 2 solid players to get Giannis over there. They're gonna do a sign and trade. They're gonna give Giannis a 2-year extension.
You need Hero with Dame?
Huh?
Would you need Hero with Dame?
It's not about that. It's about getting something back. You still getting Bam.
Yeah.
You would want to keep Bam,
but Bam.
You not listen. Y'all not about to let San Antonio build that shit, man.
Bam just like the middle of the road guy. He's very talented, very skilled.
I've never seen the hype in Bam, y'all. I'm sorry.
He don't do nothing.
I'm sorry. He do everything decent.
Yeah. And he has the skill to do everything great. He has the skill to do everything.
Gotta be here.
That's the thing about he can shoot, he can drill.
It gotta be here though, Mitch. It gotta be here.
Yeah. So
like, yo, I watch him look like a pedestrian more times than I watch him look like what he actually could be.
I've never watched the game, but I'm like, even when Miami and Boston was going, I've never been in the game, but like, oh, I'm scared of Bam. That's
a supplementary player. He's a high-level supplementary player, and if you put him in the right position, yes, he could be effective. But nah.
But yeah,
he's got a cool name.
I think, I think it's more the people now.
Pat got to go.
Being the comparison,
Pat got to go
of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark because there's no comparison when it comes to basketball.
Banchero, easy.
Oh yeah, Banchero, easy.
I'll take Banchero now, straight up. Listen,
that's a lot of people.
Paolo, I'm sorry, Midget, but you know I love basketball shit. Paolo is of the LeBron James mold. His build, his frame, he ain't got LeBron handles, and he's not quite as athletic as Bron. Right. But
maybe like Joe Johnson. Because Joe Johnson was a big dude.
With a higher IQ. But
Joe Johnson could score better.
I don't know, Midget. Now, ISO, yes.
Yeah.
No argue. But
Bucket.
within the flow of offense, I got to give it to Paolo because a lot of Paolo scoring plays ain't called for him.
Yeah.
Joe Johnson ain't the backdoor slash cut
I don't know.
dunker
Joe
spot
yeah.
player. Although he was big enough to do that, that just wasn't his game.
Yeah, I love Joe Johnson.
I love Joe Johnson, but I would take young Paolo Banchero over prime Joe Johnson right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Right now.
His upside is going to be greater. His upside.
6'8", 230, anything. The only thing he got to do for me personally, like because I watch Paolo, get a higher IQ for the game and work on his handles.
Yeah.
Work on his handles.
Yeah.
Him and Jaylen Brown need to go to the same ball handling school and get right.
Can't go left. Still can't go left. That's frustrating to me right there, boy.
Hey, Jaylen, midget tell you, I'm only 5'7", but I'm in with this basketball shit.
Yeah. But yeah, man, the Angel Reese conversation needs to stop, man. I wish they just let them play. I think it's more in her head now. Because she says stuff in interviews like, oh, not only are they here to see Kate and here to see me, just play.
They're not here to see you. They're here to watch you fail. You got to understand that.
Play.
They're here to watch you fail. So what you need to do, instead of doing podcasts over the summer and being at every event with your fucking ass out, get your ass in the gym. So when it comes time to re-up for the real money, they'll pay you the real money because the WNBA is now about to get the real money.
Because listen, have you seen Asia's shoe?
Who?
A'ja Wilson's shoe.
Yeah, I seen her shoe.
I heard they're comfortable too.
And yo, I see more dudes wearing a shoe than women.
They come in dude sizes too.
Keep it a buck. Yeah.
Dude sizes.
Hey, no. Hey, but here's the thing about it. You get mad when somebody point out that your ass out. They drug Shaq.
Shaq, that was a little creepy though.
I mean, it's creepy because how we perceive it, but from general perspective, and if the cameras weren't on, listen. And if the cameras weren't on, and if she accepted the game that he actually gave her, it'd be different.
Yeah.
It just it's cringy and creepy because of the setting that it was in. But if you was in there with Shaq and all his homeboys and you and your homegirls and y'all in there chilling, smoking, drinking, and the nigga said, well, shit, you'll make more money if you do what you do in them little shorts that you did when you did what you did.
But also, she need basketball skills.
That's what I'm talking. That's my main emphasis point.
Basketball skills. She whether she got on tight, whatever, she need basketball skills. She need to improve because the WNBA will cut you quick.
I give her 3 years, Midgie.
Because you got to think.
And listen.
Juju going to be coming in. Malaysia going to be coming in.
Midgie, we watch a supremely talented player get caught up in the limelight. Remember Liz Cambage?
And she was 6'8".
And she was a hooper. And she could really fucking hoop. She had skills. She blocked shots. She gave Brittany Griner fits.
But she just got caught up in the racial.
She got caught up in the fame shit, and now you don't see her doing nothing.
She on OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, half naked. And in 3 years, because what they don't understand that what men understand, because we've been so large in professional sports for so long that
the WNBA is still young.
They're still young, but what they don't understand is the game is bigger than you.
Absolutely. And these girls coming up, they are just as pretty, and they can actually hoop. Juju White is a hooper,
and they understand
Cameron Brink from LA.
Come on,
is
man.
A hooper.
Hoop.
Malaysia can hoop.
Juju had old boy mama breaking her ankle trying to get in between them. She broke her whole ankle and her voodoo doll trying to get in between Juju.
I never did like RG3, so that's just
he always been a cornball to me.
He loved the fact that he's a milk guy, milkman, or whatever you want to call himself. He play on to that, and he know people, but I mean, ain't nobody check for RG3.
Nah, nobody check. Like this is the most RG3 talk that we've gotten.
And like KD said, he hate when these NFL dudes talk basketball.
I do too because they have a different mentality.
Yeah, like Shannon, the only one that I can listen to talk about basketball. But the rest of them dudes, Ocho and
that's because he like Go James.
Ocho don't even try. He just be like,
nah,
well,
he don't. He stay out of it. And I'm not a big fan of Ocho either.
Yeah, but he know his role.
Yeah,
he know his role. Ocho funny though.
Yeah.
But as far as the dudes be trying to analyze basketball, like Ocho said, the Celtics are a better team without Jason Tatum.
Then what?
The Celtics are a better team without Jason Tatum. Like what?
They have better chemistry without him. Because listen. And you're gonna see a lot of this next year, Midgie.
Mm-hmm.
See a lot of this next year. They think y'all gonna be bad next year.
No, the team not gonna be there.
Because y'all gonna swing that, but I'm just talking about offense wise, like flow and chemistry wise. Y'all are still going to be one of the top 4 teams in the league because the system offense that y'all run. Now, clutch times, y'all gonna lose a lot of them clutch games because you don't have that solid guy, and Jaylen Brown just ain't it.
Yeah, I just don't think, because I think we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose Porzingis. Al Horford is getting older by the day. I think
he's gonna retire.
I think Al might retire. Now we got
because he only came back because he was set to retire. He only came back because it was pretty much written in stone that y'all was gonna win another one.
Yeah.
So that's so.
It's gonna be either Derek White or Drew. It's gonna be one or the other. And
Drew
I think Drew gone because they signed Derek White for more years.
Jalen Howe.
I mean, shoot, the numbers don't lie now.
But Luka still exists.
Luka ain't better than Tatum.
He was injured all year, like numbers wise. Yeah,
Luka ain't better than Tatum.
Like defensive wise, no.
Luka ain't better than Tatum. Nah, Luka is a stat guy. But as far as like overall team, he don't, as a basketball player, one-on-one.
So you really put Tatum at number 2 over.
I wouldn't say he's number 2 because Giannis still out there.
Like that's where I was going, because I was like, okay, like Giannis is still out there. Like,
but there's a couple guys
there's a couple guys I could throw up in there that just didn't have their best years.
I don't buy
season.
I don't buy the Shea because Shea is just an offensive guy.
Who?
And his team is good. Shea Alexander.
Nah.
They pretty much gave him this MVP because they didn't give it to him last year.
Right. They fucked him how they wanted to. And like mind y'all, healthy Joel Embiid is pretty much like unfucking stoppable.
We ain't never gonna see that. So I ain't even gonna play off that. We ain't never gonna see that. Ever. I would say Ant Edwards, but him and Tatum kind of do the same thing.
He lacks IQ.
Yeah.
And it's still a difference between 6'10 and 6'6.
And see where Tatum will get you 10, 11 boards and 10 assists.
It's a difference between 6'6, 6'5, and 6'10, because they got Tatum listed at 6'9, but Tatum is 6'10, Mitch.
Yeah, and Edwards will never give you a triple double because he ain't swinging it that much.
I mean, but I see that he's learning to.
Yeah.
His man. You know, shit, we can stay and talk basketball all night, but who your money on tonight, man, before we get out of here?
I'm gonna go Indiana again, to be honest with you.
Get them out of here.
I'm gonna go. I think they're gonna go 3-0. I think
it already started.
Yeah. Win game 4.
Yeah, cause this year out of here it's 52-68 in the third.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't even look at the score yet. My phone's still coming up.
Yeah, it's over.
I just think they're gonna win game 4 because New York is the type, they play too many guys for one.
Gentlemen sweep.
They play too many minutes for one. They just had a hectic battle just to get there. You know, so I mean, and Brunson hold the ball too much. He dribbled too much. So yeah, I just think Indiana about to get them out of there. And it might be a clean sweep if they don't come to play game 4. So But that's just my thoughts, man. It's just me talking. I think Minnesota gonna go up, tie it up 2-2 tomorrow.
Man, and that's gonna be only for the NBA to make some money because it's over too.
Yeah, but this series over. Like New York gotta get some bench help. Mitchell Robinson can't score
They
in the
need a
gym.
new coach.
Mitchell Robinson can't score in the gym by himself.
They need a new coach, Midgie, because their whole offense is, if this pick and roll don't work, give it to Brunson, and that don't work.
Brunson dribbled too much though. He dribbled too much, and you can't.
He got to. It's because he got to, Midge.
Tyrese about 6'7", so you can't fade over him. They switch everything. I love Nembhard. I just like Nembhard for some reason. And Aaron Neesmith is a dog on defense.
Carolina nigga.
So I mean, shoot. And not to mention, the last two people that had 20 in a fourth quarter in a playoff game are two South Carolina guys.
Yeah.
Chris Middleton and Aaron Neesmith.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to throw that out there. So
yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be a team finals.
Yeah.
Better team because it's the others with these. The stars coming to show, Halliburton coming to play, Siakam coming to play.
And Rick Carlisle is known to get busy in coaching style when it's money on the line. So you got to factor that in too. But man, good show, my boy.
Yeah. So we can sit here and talk about this all the time. But I watched Forever real quick, and I'm gonna talk about that next week because I got some. It's a good series, but it's
Forever on what?
It's on Netflix. It's like 8 episodes.
You standing on it?
It's a very good series, but it's some things I see, and because she let different Black directors and Black producers do each episode.
So it's collaboration.
Yeah, so she's over it. Well, I can't pronounce it. Akil Brock, who did Girlfriends.
Okay.
She did that, and it's a book by Judy Blume, but she made it Black. So she made it Black, and it's a very good series.
Okay. Well, shit, I'm gonna check it out on the Ting Ting.
You know he's always good. Young girl from Greenleaf, she's a star of that, and it's a good story, but it's not the acting and it's not the storyline now. It's about
the message.
It's about how it made me feel because he's very obsessive about her, and these kids nowadays they take their lives for less. And it shows him very obsessed. But you have to watch it. But it's a very good series.
Okay.
It's a very good series. I enjoy it. So.
Hey, y'all, send us some suggestions. You know what I mean? Suggestions are highly appreciated. The show that we talked about tonight was something that was presented by one of our supporters, Angela. So,
yeah,
you know, we want to talk about the things that you want to talk about. So if you want to catch up on anything or present anything, feel free to inbox either one of us or inbox us on the show page, please.
We definitely gonna be under maintenance this next week with some changes.
Yep.
You know, stay tuned for that. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all rocking with us, being here on this fine Sunday. Make sure you go to church, pay your tithes, catch the dope show, and we'll see y'all next Sunday. Peace.